Yeah, fortunately we don't have any update in terms of the ones that we have injury are the same. We don't have any more addition injury, so yep, it's Noni probably will be out until the international break probably, and the rest is Nico out, Wes out, Benoit out, Romeo out, Mark Guiu out.
So with Noni, it's 4 games, 4 Premier League games by the sound of it. No more than that. You hopefully be back after the international break.
Probably after the international break, we can have back most of the injury, almost all of them, or all of them. That for us can be a big boost.
Something to look forward to. So Aston Villa, Chelsea's record at Villa Park is actually in the Premier League. It's pretty good historically. I think they've only won more games away from home at Southampton and Tottenham. And obviously Villa themselves would like to be in the Champions League mix next season. So tell us about Villa and the kind of opposition you're expecting.
Oh, they are. Anyway, since the new project with Emery, they are doing fantastic. This season, you can see even in Champions League, they finished first 8. But it's an unbelievable achievement for them, and they are there fighting to finish top 4 also this season. So the team is very good. They know clearly the way they want to play, on the ball and off the ball, and the manager is probably one of the best managers.
You spoke there about Aston Villa's hopes. What are your hopes for Chelsea now for the remainder of the season? What do you hope to achieve between now and the end?
But we said many times. I think we spent almost our season top 4. Now we have just 13 games to go. So for sure now the target for us is to finish top 4, to try to finish in the best way. We're gonna try to do our best to achieve that, knowing that probably the difficult moment that we have now is probably one of the reasons why, and the most important reason why, is because of the injury situation. We have 5-6 players that unfortunately for us, they are significant players that they are out. I was watching 2 days ago the first game against Villa, and unfortunately we have from that game 5 players probably that they are out. Wes, Noni, Nico, Romeo. So the team changed completely, and it's something that this season happened almost with many clubs. Arsenal had injury, City had injury, and we're gonna try our best to win games also with the amount of injury we have.
You say aim to finish in the top 4. You sit there looking like you believe that you can finish in the top 4. You seem quite optimistic.
But I've been always clear since day one. I'm not here to, and I said already this a few times, I'm not here to, how can I say, to survive. I'm here to win games. I'm here to bring this club to fight for titles. And I said this already many times. The problem is that when you win games, you look humble. And when you don't win game, you look like lack of ambition. Since day one, I joined this club, and my intention is to win games, to win titles, and to bring this club where this club deserves to be. Okay, I said this since day one, and if you review all my press conference, I always repeat the same. The problem is, as I said, when you win, you look humble. When you don't win, you look like a lack of ambition. I'm ambitious, the club is ambitious. We have the same manager, same players, and same sport director, same owners than 2 months ago when we were second in the league. So nothing changed. The only thing changed is that unfortunately we are dealing with many injury, and this affects a little bit the level of the team.
One of the club directors agrees with you. Jonathan Goldstein has been speaking this week. He says that you will 100% be here as the head coach at the end of the season, and that you're doing a good job. Is it nice to hear those words?
Yeah, it's nice. I really appreciate, to be honest, the relation with the club since we start in a better moment in terms of results, and in a worst moment in terms of results is now. They always support me. The sport director, the owner, all the club, to be honest.
Just a final one from me. Similar hairstyle to you now, Robert Sanchez. He's shaved all his hair off.
Yeah.
You said that taking him away from being first choice is a chance for him to kind of, mentally to help him as well. Is that a sign of his determination, do you think, or is it not really relevant?
I don't know, to be honest. I said to him, if you want to play again, you have to do the same hair than mine. So that's why. I don't know. No, it's his choice. Probably it's a question for him. I don't know.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gary. Soraya.
Morning. You spoke about this in pre-season, the team needing to know when to drop at the right time. There's been a few moments against City and Brighton when there's a lack of pressure on the ball. The line still remained high. Was that an in-game plan, or are the players still adjusting and learning when to drop?
No, against City was not a game plan at all. Against Brighton probably was the dynamic of the game, because we spent almost our game in the opposite side, unfortunately without create many chances. But when you play there, the defensive line is higher because you are playing in the opposite side, and something you can concede in behind.
And when you have your full team available, you're very clearly more physical. You've got Aston Villa next, very physical team. Recently in Chelsea games though, the winning of enough duels, winning second balls, it's been a bit more of an issue. How do you solve this with the current fit players that you have? Because I feel like that physicality of winning those second balls is key to how you want to play. Absolutely. It's an important part. As I said 2 minutes ago, reviewing the first game we play against them, with we said many times with probably more physically player like Wes, Romeo, even Nico, that we said many times that off the ball is working very hard, and this is the reason why. Probably in this moment we struggle a little bit in terms of results. As I said, for us it's a big boost because after the international break probably we have all of them, but before the international break we have games to play, games to win, and we're gonna try to win the games. You've mentioned numerous times that sometimes the players like Nico and Noni, even if they're frustrating when they're playing, when they're not playing, you see how much they impact this team. Now the Noni injury, we've seen George came on. He impacted as a sub, he was at the back post, he was running in behind. But is he actually ready? Of course, you kind of have to use him at the moment, but is he ready to play Premier League games?
Yeah, he's for sure it's a young one. He's not probably is not ready 100%, but because of the amount of injury we have, we need to use the ones that we have. And Tai is a young profile, is doing well, and because in some moment we don't have also different option, we need to give him chance, and hopefully we can give him more chances and he can help us.
Perfect, thank you.
Thanks, Soraya. Simon.
ENZO, what's the mood been like in training this week? I mean, you sort of talk about belief in reaching the top four, but do the players still believe it? Because the mood, just sort of judging by their performance, for example, Malagusto said after the Brighton game that they wanted it more than Chelsea. Just sort of seems to be, and sort of players turning on each other during games. Is the team spirit still as strong as it used to be?
No, the team spirit for sure in this moment has to be upset. In terms of they have to be upset. We are upset because we are not happy with the results we have in this moment. We are all aware that we are in a club where I said at the beginning, we are not here to survive. We are here to try to help this club to win games, to come back to win titles and fight for that. And the team spirit, I try to convince the player, as I said before, that they are the same players that for 19-20 games, they were top 4, second for most part of the season. And now it's a bad run. We need to deal that, we need to embrace that. And for sure, after this moment, they're going to be better player and better professional.
And I think on Tuesday night, there's been talk, I know you're playing Villa first, but there's been talk that there's going to be some kind of fan protest ahead of the game. What's your feeling about the fans perhaps sort of voting with their voices and showing some kind of protest about form, the way the club's being run?
The only thing I can say is that every time the fans have been behind us, we really appreciate, because we are sure that with the fans in behind, we can achieve soon our target. We have, I think, 13 games to go until the end, 7 of them at home. And I think that winning the 7 at home can be enough to finish top 4. So it's a motivation for them, it's a motivation for us, and it's something that after the game inside the change room we mentioned many times that especially after the game that we play at home, we mentioned many times that when you can hear the fans pushing in behind, it's a nice feeling. And also the last 2 Premier League games at home, they were Wolves and West Ham, both we won, and especially the West Ham one that we were 1-0 down with them in behind. At the end, we have been able to win the game. So we appreciate the fans in behind us, and we ask them to be with us until the end, because for sure at the end we're gonna finish very happy, all of us.
Thank you, Simon. Rob?
Last season, Malo Gusto was probably one of the outstanding players for Chelsea, and he seemed like a real sign that the recruitment policy was working. He came over as a teenager, wasn't really very well known, if at all, over here, and he really improved over the season. It doesn't seem to have quite kicked on from there this season. He hasn't started much in the league recently. I wonder what your experience of working with him and his progress has been this season.
I'm very happy with Malo, to be honest. I think he's doing well with us, but in this moment to judge players, is probably we judge players a little bit consequence of the results also, because Malo helps us a lot when we were in a good run. I think we won in some moment of the season. We won 7, 8 or 9 games in a row, and it was a fantastic part of the team. So in this moment probably we can judge Malo a little bit consequence of the results, but for me Malo is a main player, is an important player, and he's doing well.
Last year we didn't really have Reece James to worry about in terms of competition. I know James has been out a lot this season, but he's also been available a lot, he's played a lot. Has that kind of affected Malo at all? Is it maybe better, do some players thrive more when they don't have that kind of direct competition?
I don't think so, also because if we have been where we have been for the season, and we are 1 point from the 4th and 4 points from the 3rd, probably it's also because when we didn't use Malo, we use Reece, and Reece help us, and when we didn't use Reece, Malo help us. So it's good to have both players that they can help us. And as I said, probably the reason why is because almost in all positions we have 2 players for position that they can help us, and probably the competition is good for them, but it's especially good for the team because can help the team to do better.
Thank you, Rob. And we'll finish this section with Bobby.
Hi, Enzo. Just wanted to check if there's any update on Mikhailo Mudryk at all.